If you're over 60 and still cooking in certain pans, you might be unknowingly damaging your brain with every meal. Today we're exposing 3 common kitchen items that could be quietly destroying your memory and what you need to do right now to protect yourself. Welcome to Strong Later Life, where we cut through the confusion and give you the health truth that matters most after 60. Here's something most people don't realize. Your kitchen, the place where you prepare healthy meals, might actually be sabotaging your brain health. And if you're taking medications for blood pressure, cholesterol, or diabetes, the risks multiply. After 60, your brain becomes more vulnerable. Neuroplasticity slows down, detoxification pathways in your liver aren't as efficient, and certain compounds can cross the blood-brain barrier more easily. That means everyday exposure to neurotoxins, even in small amounts, can accumulate over years and contribute to memory loss, cognitive decline, and even increase your risk of dementia. The 3 kitchen culprits we're about to reveal are sitting in most homes right now. They're marketed as safe, convenient, and modern, but the science tells a different story, especially for aging brains. We're going to count down from number 3 to number 1, saving the absolute worst offender for last. And trust me, when you hear what number 1 is, you'll want to check your kitchen immediately. Let's get started.
Let's start with number 3, plastic cutting boards. Now you might be thinking, wait, cutting boards? Really? Yes, really. And here's why this matters so much after 60. Every time you slice vegetables, cut meat, or chop herbs on a plastic cutting board, your knife creates microscopic grooves. Those grooves release tiny plastic particles, microplastics, that end up in your food. Research published in Environmental Science and Technology found that a single plastic cutting board can release up to 79,000 microplastic particles per year into your meals. Here's where it gets serious for your brain. These microplastics contain chemical additives like phthalates and BPA, which are known endocrine disruptors. After 60, your blood-brain barrier becomes slightly more permeable, meaning these chemicals can reach brain tissue more easily. Studies have linked chronic microplastic exposure to neuroinflammation, oxidative stress in the hippocampus, the memory center of your brain, and accelerated cognitive decline. If you're taking statins for cholesterol or blood thinners like warfarin, your liver is already working overtime to metabolize those medications. Adding microplastic toxins to the mix puts extra strain on your detoxification pathways, potentially reducing the effectiveness of your medications and increasing toxic load in your bloodstream. What to do instead? Switch to wooden cutting boards, preferably bamboo or maple. Wood has natural antimicrobial properties and doesn't shed particles into your food. Clean them with hot water and white vinegar and oil them monthly with food-grade mineral oil to prevent cracking. If you already own plastic boards, inspect them closely. If you see deep knife marks or discoloration, it's time to replace them immediately.
Number 2 is a big one, and it's in millions of kitchens right now. Non-stick cookware, especially those coated with Teflon or other PFAS chemicals. Non-stick pans are convenient, no food sticks, easy cleanup, less oil needed. But here's what manufacturers don't advertise. When these pans are heated above 500 degrees Fahrenheit, or when the coating starts to degrade from scratches and wear, they release toxic fumes and particles containing PFOA and PFOS, chemicals classified as forever chemicals because they never break down in the environment or in your body. After 60, this is especially dangerous. PFAS chemicals accumulate in your brain tissue, liver, and kidneys over time. Research from the journal Environmental Health Perspectives shows that higher blood levels of PFAS are associated with reduced cognitive function, memory impairment, and increased risk of Alzheimer's disease in older adults. Here's the mechanism. PFAS disrupts your thyroid function, which regulates metabolism and brain energy. After 60, thyroid function naturally declines. Adding PFAS exposure makes it worse. These chemicals also increase neuroinflammation by activating microglia, the brain's immune cells, which then attack healthy neurons. Over years, this leads to brain shrinkage in areas critical for memory and learning. If you're on levothyroxine for thyroid issues, PFAS exposure can interfere with how well your medication works. If you're taking metformin for diabetes, PFAS has been shown to worsen insulin resistance, creating a vicious cycle. What to do instead? Throw out any non-stick pans that are scratched, peeling, or more than 3 years old. Replace them with cast iron, stainless steel, or ceramic-coated cookware. Cast iron actually adds a small amount of dietary iron to your food, beneficial for seniors at risk of anemia. Stainless steel is inert and won't leach chemicals, even at high heat. If you choose ceramic, make sure it's labeled PFAS-free and lead-free. When cooking with these alternatives, preheat them properly and use a bit more healthy fat like olive oil or avocado oil to prevent sticking. Yes, cleanup takes a minute longer, but your brain will thank you for decades. And now, the #1 kitchen killer destroying your memory: aluminum cookware. This is the most dangerous item on our list. And if you're still cooking with aluminum pots, pans, or foil on a regular basis, you need to stop today. Aluminum is a neurotoxin. It's been studied for decades in relation to Alzheimer's disease and cognitive decline. While the debate continues about causation versus correlation, the evidence is clear. Elevated aluminum levels in the brain are consistently found in patients with Alzheimer's, and chronic exposure accelerates neurodegeneration in aging populations. Here's what happens. When you cook acidic foods, tomatoes, vinegar, lemon juice, wine-based sauces, and aluminum cookware, the acid leaches aluminum ions directly into your food. A study in the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease found that cooking tomato sauce in aluminum increased aluminum content by up to 400%. You're essentially seasoning your meal with a brain toxin. After 60, your kidneys are less efficient at filtering out aluminum. Normally, healthy kidneys excrete aluminum through urine, but kidney function declines by about 1% per year after age 40. If you have chronic kidney disease, common in seniors with diabetes or high blood pressure, aluminum builds up in your blood and crosses into your brain. Once in the brain, aluminum causes oxidative stress, damages mitochondria, the energy factories of your neurons, and promotes the formation of amyloid plaques and tau tangles, the hallmark proteins of Alzheimer's disease. It also interferes with acetylcholine, the neurotransmitter essential for memory and learning. Medication interactions you need to know. If you're taking antacids containing aluminum hydroxide, like Maalox or Amphogel, you're already getting aluminum exposure. Adding aluminum cookware on top is dangerous. If you're on diuretics for blood pressure, these medications can increase aluminum retention in your body. If you're taking calcium or vitamin D supplements, high aluminum levels interfere with calcium absorption, weakening your bones and worsening osteoporosis risk. Hidden sources of aluminum exposure. It's not just pots and pans. Aluminum foil is a huge culprit, especially when used in grilling or baking acidic foods. Those disposable aluminum trays, same problem. Even some baking powders contain aluminum. Check labels and choose aluminum-free versions. What to do instead? Replace all aluminum cookware immediately. Use stainless steel, cast iron, or enameled cast iron, like Le Creuset. For food storage, switch from aluminum foil to parchment paper, beeswax wraps, or glass containers with lids. If you've been using aluminum cookware for years, consider talking to your doctor about testing your aluminum levels, especially if you've noticed memory issues, brain fog, or difficulty concentrating. While there's no definitive detox for aluminum, staying well hydrated, eating antioxidant-rich foods like berries and leafy greens, and ensuring adequate magnesium intake can support your body's natural elimination processes. Practical swaps you can make today. For roasting vegetables, use a stainless steel baking sheet lined with parchment paper instead of foil. For covering dishes in the oven, use a glass lid or another baking dish as a cover. For marinating, use glass or ceramic bowls, never aluminum. For grilling fish or vegetables, use a stainless steel grilling basket or a cedar plank instead of foil packets. Here's the bottom line. Aluminum cookware is cheap and conducts heat well, but the cost to your brain is far too high. After 60, every exposure counts. Your cognitive health is worth the investment in safer alternatives.
Bonus tip: what to cook with instead. Now that you know what to avoid, let's talk about the absolute best cookware for brain health after 60. Cast iron adds iron to your diet, lasts a lifetime, completely non-toxic. Season it well and it becomes naturally non-stick. Stainless steel, inert, durable, safe at any temperature. Look for 1810 stainless steel for the best quality. Enameled cast iron combines the benefits of cast iron with an easy clean surface, no seasoning required. 100% ceramic, PFAS-free, lightweight, non-toxic, and naturally non-stick. Just make sure it's certified free of lead and cadmium. Glass, perfect for baking and food storage, completely inert and safe. Invest in 2 or 3 high-quality pieces rather than a full set of cheap cookware. A 10-inch cast iron skillet, a stainless steel saucepan, and a large enameled Dutch oven will cover 90% of your cooking needs and protect your brain for life.
Let's quickly recap what we've covered today, because this information could genuinely protect your brain for the rest of your life. Number 3, plastic cutting boards release microplastics that cross your blood-brain barrier and trigger neuroinflammation. Switch to wood or bamboo immediately. Number 2, non-stick Teflon and PFAS-coated pans release forever chemicals that accumulate in your brain, disrupt your thyroid, and accelerate cognitive decline. Replace them with cast iron, stainless steel, or true ceramic. And number 1, the absolute worst offender, aluminum cookware leaches a known neurotoxin directly into your food, especially when cooking acidic ingredients. Aluminum builds up in aging brains and is strongly linked to Alzheimer's disease. Get rid of aluminum pots, pans, and foil today. After 60, your brain deserves every advantage you can give it. You're already eating nutritious foods, staying active, managing your medications. Don't let toxic cookware undo all that hard work. These simple kitchen swaps are one of the easiest, most powerful ways to protect your memory, preserve your independence, and reduce your dementia risk. You have more control over your cognitive health than you think. Knowledge is power, and action is protection.
Now I want to hear from you. Go check your kitchen right now. Do you have any of these 3 items? Are you still cooking with aluminum or non-stick pans? Drop a comment below and let me know what you found. And if you've already made the switch to safer cookware, share your experience. What did you replace? And have you noticed any difference in how you feel? If this video opened your eyes to hidden dangers in your kitchen, please hit that like button. It helps us reach more seniors who need this information. And if you haven't subscribed to Strong Later Life yet, click that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our videos on protecting your health after 60. Coming up next, we're diving into the 5 prescription medications that silently steal your memory and what you can do about it. You won't want to miss that one. Thank you for watching. Thank you for taking your health seriously. And remember, strong bodies, sharp minds, and a strong later life start with the choices you make today. Stay strong, stay sharp, and I'll see you in the next video.